Hi, my name is Bola, and we're back on what I call my roundup, just giving you tidbits on what's happening in the film industry. What a week! Last week, King of Boys was released, and the whole place went wow! The whole place went and we're still feeling the buzz. I mean, the after effects of the release of King of Boys still hasn't gone down. But even as King of Boys has been released, other films are coming out, so we must make mention of them. And we have one. I think in the King of Boys, I will not say it's not the same. I'm sure it's definitely not the same thing. But let me say in the King of Boys, Area Boy vein, there's a film that's about to come out that I've been noticing. I've been noticing it, and I'm very happy to see that because it's from one of my favorite producers. That is Jadisola Ushiberu. Yes, Jadisola Ushiberu. Yeah, she's coming out with a movie called Gangs of Lagos, and I can see from the lineup some of the people that are going to be in the movie. I saw Pasuma, I saw Chike, yes, that calls himself the blue. Chike, the boo of the booeless, as he calls himself. Toby Bakari and Lala Akindoju, and of course Adeswa Etomi. They're all going to be in Gangs of Lagos. Gangs of Lagos have been shooting in Saleko. At least some pictures that we've been seeing circulating on social media. They're shooting in Isaleko, Lagos, and it looks quite interesting. And I've been noticing there's this trend of people that are not really known as mainstream actors, that we don't really know as mainstream actors, coming out into throwing their hearts into the film, the film arena, to show their acting prowess, and that is quite interesting. I notice sometimes as people, we like to box, we like to put people in a box. Maybe as we've known you, we expect that, oh, we knew you as a singer, so you need to stay in that singer mode. But it doesn't always work like that. Somebody like me, I wear many hats. This is just one of the things I do. I write, I produce, I do other things. That's just a digression. So sometimes some of the people we've known as musicians, sometimes maybe they're just waiting for the right vehicle, the right project to attach themselves to. And I say that to say, we've noticed Pasuma is going to be acting in this film called Gangs of Lagos. I'm sure it's going to be interesting, as well as I mentioned, Chike, Boo of the Booeless. I'm just laughing because that title to me sounds so funny. Chike, Boo of the Booeless is going to be also in that film. Let's see. Of course, Toby, who we know acted in Big Brother. I mean, was in Big Brother's already acts. Took part in the reality show Big Brother. I believe that was last year. He's been acting, and he's been giving a good account of himself. So let's see this one. Let's see. It's always good to see before you judge. So this one, and I trust Jadisola Oshiberu. I mean, come on, some of her past jobs, I don't have to go into her. Google is your friend. Go and Google her. Her track record speaks for itself. So if you don't know her, go and Google her. It's like, just Google her. So I know she will do justice to this movie. Moving on. Red TV, the people that brought you the men's club, TMC, the people that brought you the men's club, they've come out with a new a series. They are more on YouTube, so I believe you need to check them out. They've come out with a series known as Assistant. This is the second season of Assistant Madams, which I believe I believe that has to do with side chicks. assistant madam. At first I was like, I don't like it. You know, we're all about women empowerment and all that. I was like, I don't like that side chicks. I don't know what are they talking about. I don't talking about assistant madams. But sometimes let us not say those things. Those category of people do not exist. They do. There are many. So sometimes it's good to have a peep into their world. Let's see what it's like. Let's see what they are going through. And, you know, those that decide that might be the kind of life for them, fine. But we are all adults. You have the right to choose what you want to be, you know, who you want to be, and what kind of relationship you want. So nobody is going to, as they say, don't pontificate and don't preach, don't tell people what they need to do. Just show them I believe that's what they're trying to say. They're showing people the different options available, and well, we just pray that you choose. We all choose the right options. So Red TV is bringing out assistant madams, and they call this season Dark Hearts. And I could see some of my, you know, I'll say my favorite, some of the actors that I look out for, like Femi Branch. I could see Femi Branch was there. Of course, Osas Ighodalo. She was in the first series. Osas Ighodalo. And I see a lot of Ghanaians in this one. I see Jocelyn Dumas. Jocelyn Dumas. And I've forgotten his name now. But I know Jocelyn Dumas. Jocelyn Dumas is there. Another guy that is a Ghanaian. I've forgotten his name, but he's also in that movie. And I see Delish Matthews. Delish she was in Big Brother. I believe it was Big Brother Africa she was in. Delish Matthews is also in the movie. And some people from Big Brother, that is Cece, is also in the movie. I also see that Shay is also in the movie. Sometimes it's refreshing. Sometimes some people say, oh, we don't want to see all those old faces all the time. We don't always want to see the faces we see all the time. You know, let's see something new. Well, let's see. My own is that if you're going to act, just make sure you do it well. That is mine. Acting is not just about, oh, I want to dress, look good, and be glamorous. I'm not saying that's what these actors, these people are doing. No, I'm just giving my own 2 cents, which is what this platform is about, giving my 2 cents. And just to put a word of caution that acting is not just about, you know, wearing good clothes and looking good. You also need to deliver. That King of Boys is a masterclass on how to when they say how to get it. Some people say how to get away with murder. How to act as an actor. That was what King of Boys is about. So you need to bring that energy, bring that character to life. That's what acting is about. You need to serve the character and connect with that character to, you know, your audience, and you get them eating out of your hand. And that is a fact. So let's see, as I say, let's see what Delish Matthews, Jocelyn, no, we already know Jocelyn. Delish Matthews, Cece, and the rest of them have to bring to the table. This production is being produced by, of course, Tola Odunsi, and also a new producer, an actress that has thrown her hats into the producing game, the person of Osas Ighodalo. So let's just see. Let's see. I'm sure it's going to be something really interesting. Another thing that overtook social media. What is going on with our celebrities? I had already decided that I was not going to talk about it. That is not what this program is about. Start talking about. I'm not about celebrity gossip. I'm about the advancement of, you know, movies. You know, our movies in the Nigerian, you know, the Nollywood. I'm about Nollywood advancing. That's great movies coming out. That's what I want to talk about. But sometimes some things overshadow even the king of boys information. I mean, some things overshadow what I don't even know where to start. What is going on with these our celebrities? I don't want to say, well, in all fairness, celebrities are human beings. They're just privileged for us to know them. They're just privileged to be placed on a platform and for people to see and know them. But they're still human beings at the end of the day. I say that to say this. There's been a lot of breakups, marriage breakups, this past week. Well, rumors and stories, alleged stories. I really hope they can resolve it. But we've heard of course, it's all out there in social media, so it's nothing new. We've heard about Anita Okoye leaving Paul Okoye of P Square. You know, you can go and Google is your friend, go and find out more about that. A lot of people. But the one Tonto moves on, that's not what I'm here for. But the one that shocked me, that I did not want to really, the one that shocked me, Annie Macauley Idibia and, Tuface Idibia. First of all, I say that to say this. Tuface is one of those. One thing you need to understand about Tuface is not a lot of people are not like that. But Tuface is one of those musicians that has what I call grace. He has a lot of grace on his life. It is so obvious. Tuface might not be the greatest singer. He might not be the greatest singer. He might not even be the greatest rapper. But there's something about Tuface. Whiskey too has that grace on him. But I'm talking about Tuface because of the longevity. First and foremost, Tuface was the first, I'll say, modern day musician that let Nigerian musicians realize that you can be a millionaire from your craft, from your music. Apart from King Sunny Ade, I'm sure they had like an 18-piece band or something like that. Of course, Fela Anikulapo Kuti, we know that those ones were, But I'm talking about those were the older generation. Many of us were not born when, many people were not born when they were singing and live and doing other. Of course, King Sunny Ade is still alive and all that, still doing music, But what I'm talking about is that Tuface Idibia is one of those modern day Afrobeats musicians that you can actually see and touch and point to and say that, yes, he was actually the first, because I remember I was on radio then, and that his first song, Grass to Grace, that came out, that his first album, produced by Kenny's Music, when he left Plantation Boys, Grass to Grace, that was like national anthem for the next how many years. Every day we're playing that music. You must play a song or some songs from that album. So Tuface was one of the first, and I remember when, in those days, when he sold and made over, I think I don't know I don't know the figures, but he made millions, a lot of money from that album. And he was one of those people that gave a lot of Nigerian musicians that courage, that wow, I can do this. I can actually live off my music. Oh no, I'm going to go into the music industry, because I noticed after that there was like a proliferation of musicians just rushed into the industry, especially those from the north, from the middle belt. A lot of them rushed in, and I'm glad about that. So I just want to say that to say this. That's why up to today they hail him, not just the musicians, the Nigerian populace, because whether you believe it or not, Nigerian music, things like Big Brother, Nollywood, what else? Football, okay. Those are the things that are helping to calm the heads of Nigerian, the younger generation. Those are the things, and social media skits, yes. Those are the things that are being that are out there to calm the heads of a lot of frustrated Nigerians. Because let me tell you, if those things were not there, Our boys will be on the streets, man. That's what I'm talking about. So let them use that music. By the time they hear their whiskey, though, their head will just be cooling down. Their temperature, their body will be coming down. I'm telling you. And Tuface, of course, he's known as Tubaba. That he himself even changed his name to Tubaba. Because he's like, Baba, you know. So I say that to say this. I lay that groundwork to make you understand something. He has a lot of grace. He's one of those people that has a lot of respect. Because from what I hear, he's a very giving person. Yes, he's a very giving, very generous, very nice person. You can even tell. He's a very open-hearted, open-handed person. So it will take a lot for anybody. I'm not calling anybody's name, but for anybody to rubbish him or rubbish his name. In fact, they will come for you. People. I'm not talking. Tuface does not even need to know them. His fans will come for you. So I say that I say that again to say this. I understand that they are not perfect, but I really don't think that social media is the place. Okay, he did something you don't like, and he came on social media to report him. So that what will happen? We will take in and beat him, one, or we will cancel him. My dear people, nobody is ready to cancel. They're not going to cancel Tuface. That is what a lot of people need to understand. It's like, I digress now. I remember when Kirk Franklin's song, because of this cancel culture that has been happening, Kirk Franklin's son had a misunderstanding or a disagreement with his dad. Actually, he was being disrespectful to his dad. And his dad, that's Kirk Franklin. And Kirk Franklin was so angry, was so mad, as he's human. Being human. Kirk Franklin blasted him and, used some, off-color words and said some off-color things to him. Not knowing that this guy, he was recording, and he's not a child. He's like in his 30s. That is the son, he had for somebody who he did not marry. And the boy recorded it and put it out on social media. So that what will happen, my dear brother, my dear boy, that we will be cancelled. People say, my dear, I'ma give, like Americans, I'ma give I'ma give him a pass. They say they're not cancelling him. There are just some people that are too beloved to be cancelled. So I'm not, I'm for women. Of course, I'm a woman. For the upliftment of women. I'm not for women being downtrodden or being taken advantage of or being looked down on, or, a lot of things, negative stuff that we know genuinely are happening to people. But, I will say that I don't think it was a good idea. I wish, if I was her friend, or if I was someone like her peer or someone that was handling her social media, I will use her password and delete it. When I saw it, I said, oh my God, what is this? What is this now? Nonsense. We don't want to know. We don't want to know. There are ways. What I'm trying to say is, I understand if he did something that was upsetting, but I think there are ways to pass your message across. I'm not even going to go into the history of knowing that this is somebody that already had 6 children. 5 or 6 children before you went into the marriage. I'm not even going to go there. Because they will say that, you knew what you were signing up for and all that. Okay, fine. Sometimes, we women, when we want something, we think that, I can handle it, don't worry, piece of cake. And you get in there and like, but it wasn't a good look. Because, let me say something. When Tuface married Annie, the love, the respect, the grace that was on his life, it was placed on her as well. because people were like, bros, and your wife be this, madam, you know how they do, madam, madam, you they try, when they know that you love, this is the person, when somebody has said that this is the love of my life and he has introduced her into his space, then we now accord that equal love and respect to the wife, the spouse. So it is to, didn't you see that Anita did not come out? Anita Okoye, she didn't say anything. Ghost mode. Come. She just did what she wanted to do. She didn't talk. Don't talk. I wish if I had known, if let's say I was, I say, babe, know they talk. There's a way you don't talk, and the streets itself will fight for you. The heavens will fight for you. You do it on your knees. If there's something about it, I'm not saying it's easy. You know it's not easy. This man, I want philandra. One dream. Men up and down. But if you not talk calm, if you not come out, you won't put palm oil for his white clothes. They will come for you. And in the process, they will even turn around and hate you. So at the end of the day, it was because they will not cancel him. Because he's doing too much to them. I'm talking about the people, his fans and Nigerians generally. He's doing too much to soothe. A lot of people are hurt. A lot of people are frustrated. A lot of people are not happy. So his music calms them down. It makes them forget those things that are upsetting them and just be happy for, the number of, the minutes that the song is going on. It puts them in a good mood, takes them away from frustration. That is one. Then two, I'm girls. I want girls. There are a lot of girls. Let me say, in case you don't know, there are a lot of girls. If they see half husband, hey, there are a lot of women that are in marriages that the husband is not doing anything for them. They are the ones doing everything, but you won't know. That is one. So if you are in a marriage, the husband is doing for you. He's taking care of you, taking care of your kids. He's buying you stuff. He's allowing you to even do what you want to do. He's not stressing you. Do your thing, I'm doing my thing. And there are some men, there are some women. If you can't, if they don't, their husband does not give them permission, they can't do nothing. But I can see there are some men, I know some people, there are some men, their husband says stop acting and not acting again, and they had to, or else we don't have a relationship. They had to. I'm not saying so. As we are seeing that you are even acting, you are doing your drama, everybody is disturbing you. I'm not saying that, please don't get me wrong, I'm not saying you don't have any cause to be angry or he's a saint. He might not, of course he's not, but it's you, it won't concern you. For no do am, for no do am, for no talk am, it's not a good look at all. It's not a good look. In they leave you, make you they go. You come out, come they say, if you don't understand what I'm talking about, you need to Google it. As I say, Google is your friend. YouTube self is now becoming your friend. So you can, I'm not going to come and rehash all that here. But I don't think, Annie, I don't really think it was a good idea to come out and say that. I'm not going to blast you. I know, sometimes being young, being a young wife, you have suffered in a relationship, and of course you are hurt. And I guess in a bit, when you are hurt, you want to hurt that person that hurts you as much as you are feeling hurt. But there are ways to go about it. And that was certainly not the way to go about that. Was detailing. I was like, what is this? And Tuface is one of those people that have grace. It's like Whiskey. It's like a girl that is somebody that Whiskey has decided to marry. Not even marry, marry. And you now come out on social media and say, Eh? You think people will hate? They will not hate him. So that they are calling Makala up and down and they're hailing him. Lots. But there are ways you can get him to do what you want him to do. That's coming out. So that is just by the way. Because those are the trending topics. So I just had to touch on that. So, yeah, I talked about Kunle Afolayan Swallow, right? Yeah. So that's what I have for you this week. When I come your way, I'll be bringing an even more interesting. People say you don't be saying that it is interesting. Okay, I'll be bringing something even more, something that you can look forward to. So have a great week, and then don't forget to like and subscribe my video, okay, so that I can bring you more things. And if you have anything that you want me to react to, just type it in the comments below, and I'll be able to do that. So have a great week, people, and don't forget to keep God first. Remember, Jesus loves you, and I love you too.